And here we are. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another great week. I am your host, Nelson, for the Webflow Workshops, and this is going to be fun. We're taking it back to the old format that we had where we go straight from scratch and build out something really fun. And today we're going to show you two new features. One that isn't released yet, but it's really big and we're working hard to get it out soon, and one that already is released. So we have background videos that's already released. Go ahead and try it out. And dynamic embeds. And this takes us one step closer to having customized e-commerce on Webflow sites. So let's get to it. Actually, before I do, I want to say thank you to all the people that are already in the chat room right now. We have a lot of people. Let's see here, representing UK, Netherlands, South Africa, USA on both coasts, Alaska, Finland, Belgium, Italy. Wow, what a great global community, and this is awesome because I love to geek out with web designers from everywhere. So let's get to it. I want to show you guys how to build something like this. So right here, these three things are actually being pulled from Shopify. All right. So, and this is a real working site. Of course, these products are fake. These are all demo products. But I have a Shopify account, a demo account, and this is working through Webflow right now. And I want to show you guys how to make this happen from scratch. All right, so let's get to it. And if you have any questions, go ahead and post it in the chat room, and I'll get to it. Yeah, so let's begin. This is going to be fun. So first thing I want to start out with, let's go ahead and do all the static stuff first. Let's go ahead and get the hero row, the nav bar, and whatnot. So let's get that done. Okay, so I'm going to bring in, let's go ahead and bring in a section for my hero row. I'm going to give it a class name of hero. And let's give it a height of like 550. Yeah, that's good right there. And if you're new to Webflow, this is a good quick tutorial on how to get a hero row. So I'm going to add in a background image. And let's see here. I'm going to upload one. Let me find one real quick. Get some coffee up in there. Okay, this is how you set it to cover. And cover means this is help you to stretch it out. I'm not going to tile it. Going to leave it like that. And now I'm going to add a gradient on top of that. Both of them black. And just like that. Going to flip it. There we go. And let's see here. This one should be a little bit more. There we go. So we got our coffee beans right there. So we have a background image. Now on top of this, we need our, let's see here, nav bar. So let's go ahead and get that in there. I'm going to put our nav bar above the hero. All right. And yeah. Oops. I'm going to set the nav bar to a class name of navbar, and I want to make this, let me see here, do I have it fixed? No, I don't. Okay, so I'll just have it like that. Actually, the navbar is supposed to be inside of the hero. Sorry guys. Here you go. And for my background, so notice how the background defaults to a background color of DDD. I'm going to set that to transparent, and there we go. Gonna give a class name for my nav link. Set that color to white. Something like a little bit darker than white. All caps and small. Let's go to 12. Line height 18. And I can set this class name to each of them. And people who are wondering, hey, just go straight to the dynamic embeds. I will show you that. Don't worry. This part's for the beginners, and then we get to the intermediate, and then we go to advanced. So don't worry. I got you guys. I got you. All right. And so for this home page, I'm going to set the link to go to home, to this exact page. And when I do that, if you notice, if I go to the styles panel again, I have this new class called current that's added on top of navlink. That's because I'm on the current page. So that means I can set this a different style than the other navlinks. So I'm going to set that to orange. And there we go. Alright, so notice how this one doesn't have current, nor this one. That's because these aren't linking to the home page. Alright, so that's how you play around with the current. Let's go ahead and add in some sort of text. We'll just call it Webflow Coffee. No, we're not getting into the coffee business. Don't worry, guys. Alright, so we're just going to call this logo because this goes to our home page as well. And let's set it to white. Give it a different font. Something like... no, I don't like that one. Yeah, that one's good right here. Cool. Let's make that a little bit big. Cool. That one. There we go. Right about there. Cool. So our nav bar is done. Our hero row is almost done. Now I need to go ahead and add some text. There we go. So let's do that. I'm going to, let's see here. Let's go ahead and put another div block inside of this hero. And we're going to call this hero content. And I misspelled that. Rename to hero content. There we go. And the width, say 50%. And center that. And make sure that it's away from the top, say, not 200. Let's go to 150. That's good. I want a little bit more. There we go. And my heading is inside of it. I'm going to leave it as H1 and put the text as good energy. For good energy, add coffee. I don't know. I'm not a copywriter. Alright. And so I can set a selector for this, for just this, or I can select all H1 headings. So because I'm going to only use one H1 heading on this page, and I'm not going to make any other subpages, I'm just going to set it to all H1 headings. Let's see here. Douglas in the chat room says, I shouldn't watch this while in traffic, but I'm too addicted to Webflow. Sir, put the phone down. Love you for loving Webflow, but put the phone down. This will be recorded. So you can refer to it later. Or get home in a safe manner and then watch it when you get home. We'll be here, don't worry. Alright, so I just set it like that. Change my font size. There we go. Not too bold. Let's go for normal. Okay. Oh, I need to sneeze. Okay, it's gone. Wait. Anyways. Okay, lastly, I need a button to help scroll people down. Alright. So people can scroll down on my page. Okay, it's still there. Actually, on the hero content, I want everything centered. So let's do that. There we go. Now my button's centered. Because it cascades down to all the other elements inside of hero content. Get energized. I'm going to give this a selector called button, and let's go ahead and change the background. So we already give it a blue color. I'm going to change that to something. Actually, I'm going to change it to transparent. Okay, and the color is going to be, say, orange. Actually, I want to get that same orange. Hold on. Sorry if I'm bouncing around everywhere. Just trying to get this done really quickly. So I saved that to my swatches by pressing the plus button. So I'm going to apply that same orange to this guy right here. There we go. And for the border, I'm going to set that as 1 pixel orange and round out the corners, say 3 pixels. All right, there we go. Actually, that font size should be a little bit smaller. There we go. And this right here, I need to push the button away. So I'm pushing it away. There we go. And lastly, the hover state of this guy, I'm going to go ahead and give it that orange button. So when you hover, it turns orange and the text turns white. Actually, should it be black or brown? Yeah, none of it. I'll just go with white for now. Cool. And there we go. We have our hero row complete. Yay! What's next? The next row. Okay, so we're gonna go for black. So I'm gonna add a new section. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna call it content. And also I'm going to give this ID of content. So that way, when I click on this button, it goes to the content section. Okay. Now back on the content, I'm going to color this background black so it fades. So we have that nice fading effect. Let's go ahead and add a 960 container within it. So we have good margins on the sides. And then I think we're ready for dynamic embeds. All right. Okay. All right, I was just reading the chat room, so we're good to go. No questions so far. All right, this is going to be fun. Now, what I want to do is bring in these. This is my demo Shopify account. I want to bring in these items into my Webflow site. All right. First thing you need to know is that you need to create you need to create a collection, and in that collection you need 3 fields, okay? And the reason why, and I'll show you that, I'll go over this twice so you guys can understand. But let me go to the buy button real quick. Create a buy button. Calfee 1. Generate embed code. Don't worry if I'm going too fast. I'm going to explain this step by step. But if you can see here in the code, there's a product name. Okay, there's a product name right here. And then there's a product handle. And then what I've learned while testing this was down here by the cart at the very end, there's a cart URL. This number right here, that's actually the product ID. So those are the 3 fields you need to create in your collection. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is create my first collection. I'm going to call it products. Give it a URL of products. And here we go. We already have the name, so we're going to use that for our product name. For our product handle, I'm just going to create a new field, and it's plain text, and it'll be product handle. Save. And for the product ID, I'm going to use a number. And I'm done creating my collection. And now for the what I'm going to do is add the data from Shopify into the collection. Okay. Now, please note that again, this isn't a native e-commerce solution. When you make items or products inside of Shopify, they don't automatically go into your collections. Okay, you have to manually copy the data and put it in your Webflow collections. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. For the first one, I already know the name of it is Coffee 1. And for the product handle, it's the same thing as your name of the product, but with, is it dash or underscore? Hold on. Okay, it's dashes. So they replace the spaces with a dash. So see here in the name I have coffee space 1. The product handle is going to be all lowercase coffee dash 1. And then the product ID, I can just highlight this, and while still holding down on my left click, I can do Control C or Command C to copy it before the whole thing gets highlighted. And then I can go down to product ID, paste it. Alright, now let me do the same thing for the other two. And so how am I going to do that is I'm going to go to my buy button on my Shopify. Okay. Create a buy button. Select this product. So I have this one. Generate embed code. Okay. And I'm going to look for the product ID right here. Copy that one and go to town. So I have coffee 2, coffee dash 2, and the product ID. All right, last one. Close this up. Oh, I could have clicked on change. Oh well. Select product. Generate embed code. Scroll down, here we go. Oop. Copy this. Coffee 3, coffee 3, product ID, create product, and there we go. So I have all 3 products on there. Okay? Alright. I know this part isn't anything new, but we're gonna get there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to drag in a dynamic list into my container, and I'm going to connect it to products, give it a layout of 3 column. Okay, now here's where the fun begins. Okay, I'm going to drag in an embed. Okay, and here we go. Actually, hold on. Let's see here. There we go. We have the right version up. So I had dragged in my HTML embed, and so here I'm going to copy all of this. Okay, this is the buy button code from Shopify. I'm going to paste it in here, and now the data product name, I'm going to highlight it. So I found data product name, highlight it, and I'm going to click on add field and click on name. And there we go. I've just connected it to my database, or I mean my collections. This one is product handle. And now, this one right here, this one it says buy coffee 3. I'm just going to replace it with buy name. Let me scroll to the side. And right here is the product ID, add field. So now it's product ID, :1, save and close, publish. And go ahead and close that one. Waiting for it to load, and there we go. Look at that. Oh, I should make these white, huh? Okay, I should do that. We have ourselves an e-commerce Webflow site, thanks to dynamic embeds. Super cool. And you can, and this is not only just for e-commerce. You can do stuff with social media buttons, SoundCloud, Eventbrite, anything that gives you some sort of custom code or code snippets that you can put into your HTML. You can now connect that with your dynamic collections. So, for example, let's see here. Product template. All right. Before I go on, everyone understand what went down? Super fast. Lol, that's crazy. Wicked, awesome. Yes, it is wicked, awesome, and super fast. Beth, good question. Can I export Shopify data and import into Webflow? You cannot import any data into Webflow, so that's why I'm like, this is just a half step to e-commerce, because you have to pull everything manually into your dynamic collections. Now, if you have a huge Shopify catalog, if you have a huge catalog of products, yes, it's going to take some time because you're going to have to pull everything manually. But this is a way to easily customize your storefront. Would the checkout redirect you to Shopify? Let's see here. This is our demo. Add to cart, checkout, and you guys can't see it, but okay. It opens up. Here, let me see here. It opens up this page in a modal, or I mean a pop-up window. So it's thinner than this page, but it opens up like this. Okay. Good question. Webflow magic, super cool. Bartosz says binding dynamic field into dynamic elements creates exact value. Var name equals name. Yes. Cool. So yeah, this is coming very soon. We're just finalizing the code and making sure that it works nicely for you guys. Let's do something else with dynamic embeds. Let's create. Let me go to the products page. Actually, let me go to the home page and just copy everything I just did. So let me copy this hero, place it into my coffee page. And now I'm going to create another section. There we go. I'm going to call it content as well. Put in a container. Cool. And so I can do the same thing here on a dynamic template page. I can go ahead and bring in an embed. Actually, I want to style this a little bit better. Let's go ahead and put like a 2-column treatment. Alright, so we're going to have the product on the left and then some other fun things on the right. Okay, so I'm going to put my dynamic embed in here. I'm going to paste, let's go ahead and paste this guy again and replace product name with name, product handle with handle, this product name, and lastly my ID. So there we go. Again, boom, dynamic embed. Now let's, for some reason, have a Twitter share button. So what I'm going to do is go to the official Twitter share button wizard or button creator. I'm going to use page URL, use the title of the page. Actually, I want to set the title of the page to replace me. Okay, so this text right here in the Twitter button will be replaced. And we're going to do that. So I'm going to copy this code right here. Go back to Webflow, drag in another embed. Paste that. Now if you see in the code, I have a data text replace me. I'm going to set it to this is awesome by this, and then name by this coffee 3. And I think that's all I need, right? Yeah. Save and close. Now when I publish, let's see here. What did I call it? Oh, I can just go here and do coffee. No, actually, no, it's products. Coffee 1. And there we go. I have a Twitter button right here. And if I click it, So let me show you the pop-up that showed up. Oops. Let me show you the pop-up that showed up. This is the pop-up that shows up when I click on the Twitter button. And you can immediately see it says buy this and then the name of the product, Coffee One. So yeah, you can do stuff like that now. Last thing I want to show you with dynamic embeds, which would be, for some reason, let's put some music. Let's put some music into these products. Okay, so I'm gonna add a field and I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna give it a number, and this is for SoundCloud. So I'm gonna embed a SoundCloud track into each product page. Okay, so let's give it a SoundCloud track ID. Okay, and I'm using a number. Save field, save collection. Let me go to the first one. Now here is how you can find a SoundCloud track ID. Okay, so I'm on SoundCloud right now. One of my favorite songs right here. Favorite bands, Daft Punk. Oh yeah. And I'm going to click on the share button. And then, is it here? No, it's not. Okay. And then I'm going to click on embed. Now, there's this WordPress code right here. I'm going to click it. And that WordPress code gives us this number right here. It's right at the end of the URL that says tracks. I'm going to copy that. And that's what I can put into my SoundCloud track ID. I can save the product. Now let me find another one. Just going to find another random one right here. Do the same thing. Copy this for number 2. And then for number 3, let's get another random one. Oh yes, this one's good. Embed, track ID, paste it in, save. Cool. Now, I'm going to drag in another embed that's under the Twitter share. And back on SoundCloud, if I uncheck the WordPress code, I have this iframe right here. So I can copy this iframe code, paste it into here, and now in the iframe code I look for those numbers right after track, and it's right here. So what I can do is highlight that and replace it with SoundCloud track ID, save and close, and publish. And now I got music. So let's refresh this one. Refreshing. And there we go. Yeah. Super easy. And so if I go to my other product page, come on. There we go. I have my Twitter button and a different SoundCloud track. So yeah, go to town with this, you guys. This is good stuff. I did this, how many minutes? It's only been probably like 18 minutes, and I did some fun stuff. I mean, yeah, let's do it. All right. Any questions so far before I move on to the next part, which is background videos, which is already live? Let's scroll up. Super cool. Any plans to import data into collections via import? Oh, no. So Bartosz answered that one already. Is there a way to make the products searchable? Thank you, Bartosz. Yeah, probably Findberry or Swift type could work. Bartosz, do you know of any Webflow users sites using your suggestions? This is just release. Can you create a product page with just the buy button link and not the ugly image layout, etc.? Let's see here. I haven't tried that yet. Let's see here. Let's try that. Oh, right here. So in Shopify, it says buy button only. Generate the embed code. All right. And this code is the same exact thing. See, if you look here, it says, let's go ahead and copy that. And I'm going to replace this one right here. So I'm going to delete all that code. Find my product name. My product handle. Oh, let's fix that. There we go. My product handle. Another product name right here. And lastly, the product ID. Save and close. Publish. Waiting for that refresh. And there we go. Just the buy button. Just the buy button. So yes, Guy Metcalf. There you go. Andre blowing my mind. I know, right? Mind blowing. Like the speed of which you can create e-commerce sites now. Amazing. Okay, I know. Just geeking out. Sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. Here we go. Let's keep going. Next part, let's add some background videos. Okay, so on the home page of this, let's go back to the home page. Okay. So we have the home page. Now, this is nice and all. We have coffee beans in the background, but wouldn't it be cool to add some texture onto this page with a background video? So let me do that in Webflow right now. So I'm going to add a new element, and this is live right now. You guys can do this right now. There's already a background video in the Add Elements panel if you scroll all the way down. I'm going to drag that in above the hero, and now I can upload my video. And while it's uploading and transcoding, you can already start design. You can continue your design process because the transcoding happens in the background and it takes a while, but it's okay. Please note that your files must be either WebM, MP4, MOV, or OGG formats, and it has to be under 30 megabytes. Okay? Also, this is hosted on Webflow servers, so you don't have to mess with any third-party servers like AWS or buy your own server or try to go to Dropbox, Google Drive, whatnot. No, this is happening right here. This is all you got to do. All right? Cool. Now, as this is happening, I'm going to move the... Oh, it's already done. Wow. I'm going to move the nav bar into the background video as well as the hero content, and then remove hero. And now for this background video, I'm going to give it a selector class of hero. And then remove the... I'm just going to remove the image and gradient, both of them. And now when I toggle preview, what? Background videos. It's already happening. Now, there's a lot of things happening here that could use some help, okay? For example, the type right here and the button, it kind of gets lost in the background video. So how do we push back the video, you know? And here's the easy way to do it. You can use either the color overlay or a background fill. So let's go with color overlay. Okay. And let's give it a brownish color. Okay, it's too gold. Hold on. There we go. A little bit more brown, and darken that up a bit there. Alright, and so now got some texture on this site. Okay, and if you don't want just a solid color, you can also go with an overlay, a gradient. Let me go radial, and let's go with that brown again. I should save that brown. Okay, I'm gonna save this brown. Gonna go here, same kind of brown, like something like that. And on the other side, take it off 100%, like something like that. Or should I flip it? I'm not sure. Yeah, like that. There we go. Cool. So now I have a radial gradient on top of my looping video. Okay, any questions? Let's go to, does the videos autoplay? Yes, they do. What's the best video format to use cross-browser wise? We handle that for you. Just upload an MP4, and then that's the transcoding thing that we do for you. Okay. Art, can I make a Webflow native button that will use that? I have offline, which doesn't. I think you can, Anna. Again, this is just experiment with all these new features when they come out and see what works best for you. This is what I see worked while I was testing, and like it was super fast. Do the videos loop? Yes, they do, Guy. Okay, so another way to add more texture to your background videos is, say, have some sort of PNG overlay. For example, if you go to transparent patterns, let's see here, transparent patterns. So this is a site, transparenttextures.com, that you can download a transparent pattern to overlay a background color. So fabric, all right, let's go ahead with fabric. I'm going to download this one. Okay, and what I'm going to do is go back to Webflow and add an image and upload, let's see here, add that fabric. And immediately, so if I turn that off, immediately you can see some sort of texture on top. So it gives it a better design, you know, it gives it texture to design. It's not just flat. All right? And I can make this put this under the radial gradient or put it above, you know, however you want. Let's keep it above, and let's see what it looks like. Nice. And there we go. And also, where I got this video, you can find free videos on Cover, that's coverr.co. Free videos for your homepage, and there's a lot of good ones. So where I found mine was I went to food, and then I found it right here under Coffee Shot. Shrimps on the Barbie. So yeah. Alright. So those are the demos. We'll be releasing dynamic embeds soon. We'll announce it on the forums and our social channels and whatnot. So get hyped for it. I'm hyped for it. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know right now. Also, we're gonna go to the next part of our workshop. Show us what you got. What are you building inside of Webflow? Please only send webflow.io URLs, and we'll all take a look. Share with the class. Melanie asks, could you use a standard cover.co embed code and then just add in a number for the one you want in a dynamic collection to avoid downloading/uploading? Good question. Yes, you can, but that, I'm not sure. Are you allowed to just hot link directly to Cover? If you are, then yeah, go for it. But you will need to do like dynamic code, and you'll have to style it and add some custom CSS for it to work. Okay, like the same way how you have to add background videos before we release this new feature. Okay, but I totally understand what you're trying to go for, because that'd be cool. Dynamic background videos per dynamic item. That's pretty good idea. All right. As far as mobile goes, I think I would have to check on my phone, but I think the video doesn't play at all. Okay, and you guys can do something. For example, when it goes to tablet and all the way down, as a suggestion, I would replace the hero background video with an animated GIF. Okay, and make sure that the animated GIF is really small in file size, like nothing too crazy, but it'll have the same effect. Okay. Oh, they give you a code? Get your cover. How to use. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Path to, well, this is just HTML for your own page. Path to MP4 means you have to host it on your own. I don't think they're gonna let you hot link it from their site. Okay. How about dynamic form? Oh, good question. I don't think we have dynamic forms yet. Yeah, I don't think we have dynamic forms because you can, if you know how to type in the HTML for forms yourself. I think you can, but that's a good one. I'll have to get back to you on that one. Actually, Anna, put that on the Webflow forms so I can research that a little bit more. All right, so we got here we go. I'm not sure how to say your name. I'm sorry, sir, but we have gimg.webflow.io. Okay. Again, if this is a screamer site, but here we go. I trust you. Nice. Here we go. Ooh, subtle. Subtle. Oh, we have a background video. Nice. You're already using it. It's very subtle. I like it. Alright. Music of my life. Okay, we got huge hover here. That's nice. This is pretty. A lot of good work. Alright, so what I would do with this is I would make this bigger. Like, I would use like the full height of the browser window, because this is your main focus. Right now, this is competing with this. So what if this was the only thing you saw at the beginning? You know? That would be cool. And your hovers, really cool, but I wouldn't use, well, no, this is good, but right here it's touching the edges, and so it feels it'd be nice if there was more space between the edges of the box and the hover. Okay? And yeah. But other than that, great job. Okay. Nice, nice. And scroll horizontally as the hero. Alright. Let's see here. Scrolling up. Who else has who else wants to share? Guy Metcalf. Hume? I think that's it. Copy. Alright, the French. What is it? The French Parquet Floor Company. Ooh. I love dogs. So you won here with me. This is nice. Nice. Slow transition on the hover. Really good, really good. Very nice. Scroll. Yep. All right, we have a sticky header. Okay. It would be, since this whole card right here, this whole card links to their pages, I would suggest having a hover effect on at least the images, not just the call to action. Okay? But so far, I love it. It's elegant. Nice. Alright, so you've used a slow transition here. I would suggest a slow transition for these, too, to keep with the theme that you're going for. Okay, cool testimonials, auto-playing for a slider. Alright. And again, this could use a hover effect, because when I hover over it, I don't know what I'm going to see. Am I going to see a bigger picture of this, like a light box? Am I going to a new page? I don't know what's going to happen when I click it. So before I click, tell me what's going to happen. So when it comes to small UX type of things, think about it like road signs. For example, when you're driving and you see a road sign that has an arrow pointing to the right, you don't immediately make a right turn. You know up ahead you have to turn right. Okay, so it's the same thing like this. You got to put a road sign on this that says, hey, you're about to do something when you click on this. So when you click on it, as a user, I'm not confused, or I'm not guessing what's going to happen. All right, scrolling down. Nicely done. Ooh, that's cool. First time I've seen that done in Webflow. Nice toggle effect. Oh, I thought I was going to do it for all of them. Okay, so again, notice how I said I thought I was going to do it for all of them. For this flooring, I didn't know it's going to do this. It was nice, but then because this is the second item in the nav bar, that made me immediately think, oh, okay, this happens on every subsequent link. So every link on the nav bar is going to have this awesome toggle effect. But it didn't when I clicked on services. So when you hover on flooring, I would suggest having some sort of down arrow when you hover over flooring. So I'm going to hover over flooring, and then a down arrow shows up. And so when I click on it, I immediately understand down means something's going to move down. And if I hover over services and I don't see the down arrow, I understand that that toggle effect to push the navbar down isn't going to happen. But yeah, this is cool. Case studies, about, contact, pretty cool, pretty cool. Nicely done. Great job. All right. Next one. Retro G by Cohen. So good job, Guy. Retro G. All right. Let's see here. Background video. Everyone's using background videos. Yes, do it. Okay. So just like I said in the demo, sometimes text can conflict with the video. So it's up to you how you want to do this, but maybe some sort of color overlay, linear gradient or radial gradient overlay, or some texture on top, just so you can push the video back, and it can be more of a texture to help with the text rather than the two elements competing with each other. Okay? All right. So right here, the text is getting lost. So this is what I mean. It's you can see the image, but you can't see the text. Okay. there can be some spacing in between these. Like maybe the columns right here could have more padding on the sides because it looks very cramped right here. Also, you can use some spacing in between. Maybe add some. Maybe add some bottom margin for your paragraphs. At least your paragraphs in here. That way, there's more space between the header and the paragraph above it. All right. Great job, man. Great job. And also, to keep with the same type of feel, I would suggest, well, it's up to you, maybe some sort of social media icons that are the logo of the social media channel, but in your brand's yellow. Okay. Let's go to one. Okay, so it's all one page. Nice. Nice. And where does this go? All right. So, is this something like you can purchase or something? Or cool. Good job. Good job. Bartosz, yes, I did show off the layers for background video. All right. Great job, Cohen. Keep it up. Love it. All right, David Lynn. David's favorite music. Making a playlist website for some of the music I like. Just waiting for a dynamic embed. Ah, yes, this would go great for you. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. So, not sure if you were here. Let's see here. What was the thing? David, yes. I'm not sure if you were here when I added the SoundCloud tracks, but yes, this is totally possible. And yeah, go Spider-Man. Dancing. Awesome, awesome. Great job with this. I can see this building with dynamic embeds. This is going to be fun for you to do. Oh, the brand team at Facebook, Twitter would be cursing you right now. Yes. So maybe instead of using your own brand color on top of those social media channel icons, maybe use basic white. No one can get mad at that one, right? Yeah. What else? What else? Yeah, great job so far, guys. Last 7 minutes, so go ahead and get your questions or your links in. As I'm waiting for those questions, let's see. Thank you all, everyone around the world who joined me for this workshop. Really fun to bring this to you guys, and the team is so excited to launch this real soon. Every time you guys make something awesome, we post it into our in our company chat room, and then we all get amazed. We're like, oh my god, that's amazing. So yeah, keep making those things. We want to share it with the world. Keep doing what you guys keep making the web beautiful. You know, that's what I always say, and thank you guys. So let's see here. Thanks, Michael. It's the old version of BG Video, making the new one now. Cool. All right, so just a few notes. Forum.webflow.com. Join the community if you haven't already. Ask your questions. It doesn't matter what type of question, as long as it has to do with Webflow, of course, or web design. Ask away. We have a huge number of community members willing to help out and get you started with Webflow if you're not familiar with it yet. If you have any technical account billing or a bug issue, go ahead and email that to the support team, which is Will, Dave, Waldo, Bartosz, and I. Email us at support@webflow.com. You can always follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is @WebflowApp, or on Facebook, facebook.com/Webflow. My own, you see down there. Wait, let me make sure I'm pointing. There. Yes, down there. It's @ThePixelGeek. I love talking about Webflow, web design, geekery, SpaceX, Tesla, whatever. Let's talk about it. If you're into Rocket League, yeah, I'll geek about that too. Who got the Batmobile? I didn't buy it yet. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, that's about it. Thank you to the mods and to everyone around the world joining us. Thank you for helping out. Okay, if that's it, I'm gonna end this with, where is it? Let's see here. Doing It Right remix. No, there you are. Nice. There we go. There we go. Cool. So, thank you guys so much for joining me this week. I will see you next week. We're gonna have a designer. He actually worked at I think he still works at Google. He works in the Android team, so that's gonna be fun to ask him a lot of questions about that life. The topic's gonna be how to keep your head on straight when working in this very competitive web design UX industry. So I'm gonna go through his career and get some tips. So join me next week, Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And as always, make the web beautiful. See you guys.